Mississippi ranks third in the country in sweet potato production behind North Carolina and California. The pioneering sweet potato producers came from Tennessee in the early 1900s to grow in the Vardaman area. The farms stayed small all through World War II and the 1960s.
And as we got into the 70s, we really kind of ratcheted up the size a little bit of our farms. Of course, we've gone from hand digging sweet potatoes with a turning plow all the way up to one-row diggers to two-row harvesters now to large bucket crews. So it's changed quite a bit as we've gone through time. Farms tend to have gotten a little bit larger. We have different varieties now that produce a more consistent quality sweet potato. The yields are better now than they used to be. So we've made a lot of progress and changed a lot.
Because of consumer demand, the industry has changed quite a bit. Potatoes are now available year-round instead of just after harvest.
Used to, we'd sell out of sweet potatoes when it got hot weather. It didn't have sweet potatoes for the summer months. That's all changed. Sweet potatoes are available now year-round in these temperature-controlled, humidity-controlled facilities. And we're proud to produce our product, put it in the stores nationwide.
Joe Edmondson is the owner of Topsaw Farms and has been growing sweet potatoes for over 30 years. But he just recently got into the processing part of the business.
We introduced our label, which is the name of our farm, less than a year ago. And it's went really well because there's a lot of excitement in the sweet potato business.
Edmondson employs about 30 people in the packing shed and another 80 to 100 back on the farm. The potatoes come down the line and are sorted manually to ensure quality.
Going down that line, you've probably got the option to do 6 different sizes. You'll have, of course, you're going to have your ones will be sized, and you'll take your 2s out of your ones. And then they'll go to another size where they'll be broke down into large 2s and small 2s. And then you can do the same thing on the one side, but normally you don't. And then you got a jumbo, which the prettier jumbos, still a good market for those. I mean, this would be a good, what you would consider a good #1 grade jumbo. But the rougher jumbos, you know, something similar to this or maybe a little rougher, really doesn't matter, it goes to process. And there's really a good market for processed potatoes right now.
The marketing of sweet potatoes has changed drastically over the years, and different sized potatoes are used for different things.
#1 sweet potatoes, just like this one right here, is a #1 sweet potato. And we produce that for the fresh markets. You buy this on the grocery shelf. And we provide a lot of those potatoes throughout the stores in America. We also have a lot of potatoes, jumbo-sized potatoes, that are not necessarily go to fresh market. A lot of them are going to processing right now. Processed products have really trended upward.
Processed sweet potatoes go to products like baby food.
A lot of the baby food processors prefer our potatoes because of the high brick or high sugar content, and they specify that in a lot of cases. We have a good, safe, clean product, and that's part of the thing too. We certainly are aware of food safety. If you're processing into baby food, we're going to have to be top-notch in that area.
Another use for processed sweet potatoes is the fast-growing sweet potato French fry market.
Restaurants are picking up on the sweet potato French fries and utilizing them on the menu quite a lot now. We're seeing that growth, and we're seeing maybe some of these chain eateries, whether it's hamburger facilities or whatever, picking up on these sweet potato French fries.
There's been some movement in the sweet potato fry industry to move sweet potato fries into markets like O'Charley's, TGI Fridays, medium-sized restaurants that are chain related, and they have sweet potato fries on their menu. Now, just recently, it's starting to move into the fast food industry. It won't be long that the fry market will move into the bigger worldwide fast food markets.
But one of the most interesting marketing efforts for sweet potatoes is the bakery in Vardaman called Sweet Potato Sweets. Daphne Cook is the owner and has been in the business for about 15 years, making 38 different items with sweet potatoes in them.
Of course, we make the sweet potato pies, we make a sweet potato pecan pie, we make several other varieties such as chess pies, and we'll have one named the cool pie, cheesecake pie. We just put the sweet potatoes in, and you know. The sweet potato pie, of course, tastes more like sweet potatoes than anything, but everything we cook does have the sweet potatoes in it. We have breads, we have fudge, bonbons, which is a sweet candy, cookies, Muffin tops is one of our really big sellers, my favorite. We cook those every day. We have had the same customers for a lot of years, and they come back every fall. The business starts when people think they are harvesting sweet potatoes. I don't know why it makes a difference, but it does. A lot of people don't think you eat sweet potatoes in the summertime, you know, when it's warm, but they're just as good as anything else.
And the strangest thing she's ever tried to make out of sweet potatoes?
Probably the dog biscuits over there. That was my manager's idea. And we do sell some of them, you know, a good many of them actually.
The Center for Science in the Public Interest ranked the sweet potato #1 in nutrition of all vegetables. With a score of 184, the sweet potato outscored the next highest vegetable by more than 100 points. Sweet potatoes are virtually fat-free, cholesterol-free, and very low in sodium. 1 cup of cooked sweet potatoes has only 180 calories.